Hey, this is Mike with AskTractorMike.com. I've been wanting for a long time to do a video about what to do when you get delivery of a new tractor. And my neighbor Chuck has just purchased a new tractor, and we're going to go over it, and I'm going to go over a checklist of different things to look at when you buy a new tractor. Most of you know I managed a farm equipment dealership for 11 years, and we sold a lot of tractors, sometimes in the busy season like 2 to 3 a day. And when you're trying to crank that many tractors through the shop, and a lot of times you're relying on seasonal help to get the tractors prepped, and even when you're relying on your top technicians to get the tractors prepped, with that kind of volume, sometimes you miss things. We're all human, and we do make mistakes. So when you take delivery of a new tractor, even when I managed a dealership, I always urged our customers, check our work. Make sure we covered everything. We're humans. Sometimes we miss something. And sometimes those things you miss could be a safety issue, or it could be an issue that could damage your tractor on down the road. I have prepared a 20-point checklist that is on my website, and when you're done watching videos, Mr. Google doesn't want you to leave right now, but when you're done watching videos, go to AskTractorMike.com and you can download this check sheet of what to do when you take delivery of a new tractor. Here's what you'll need to do everything we're going to do today. First off, you need a shop rag. Secondly, you'll need a torque wrench, metric sockets and extensions. Third, a tire gauge. Fourth, we're going to use WD-40 Specialist Superior Performance True Multi-Purpose Grease, and I really like their marine grade water resistant grease. Next, WD-40 with the Easy Reach can, and I'd like to thank WD-40 for supplying these items. We'd like to have a paint pencil, and finally the owner's manual for the tractor. Now the first things are kind of common sense. Number one, check the engine oil. Number two, check the hydraulic oil level. And on this tractor, the hydraulic oil is checked with a dipstick in the hump in the operator area. Number three, check your radiator coolant level. And that's a tank under the hood. Number four, if the tractor has a power steering pump, we're going to check the fluid level on that. On some tractors, the power steering pump is a hydraulic pump. So when you check the hydraulic pump fluid level, you are also checking the power steering level. The next one is kind of important, and that's the front axle oil level. And in this tractor, it's a couple of sight plugs. And the reason this was important, the dealer fills this up when he puts the tractor together. And as the tractor is used, sometimes that oil goes down and flushes out air, and the level will drop. So Chuck has used the tractor a little bit. We're going to check the oil level to make sure it's still up to the sight plugs. Okay, now we're going to get out our torque wrench. And I highly urge you to have a good quality torque wrench, but we're first going to check the torque on the wheel bolts. And you need to do this often on a tractor, because with all the vibration on a tractor, your wheel bolts can actually come loose over time. And if you read in your owner's manual on every tractor I've ever seen, they urge you to check your wheel bolts. So if your wheel falls off after 5 years and you've never checked them, it's not a warranty item, that's on you. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to check our torque on our loader bolts, the bolts that attach the loader to the tractor, and at the same time we're going to check our rollover protection system, or ROPS. These are two items that the dealer puts on the tractor. The tractor comes in a crate and they assemble them. So we're going to check to make sure they got both of these tight. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to check all the grease zerks on the tractor and loader. And you need your owner's manual to check over. There's a lot of grease zerks. A lot of them I can see have been covered. I'm going to check each one of them just to make double sure. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to check our tire inflation. They recommend 30 pounds of air in the back tires. I think that's ridiculous. That gives you a really rough ride. I'm going to put 15 pounds in the back tires. I want my front tires, though, aired up to about what their recommended inflation level is, because it carries the weight of the loader. Next thing I'm going to do, your lower link arms on the back of your tractor on a lot of new tractors are like they're dipped in paint. So these balls that you have to rotate to get implements hooked up are just stuck. We're going to spray them with WD-40 and run them around, and that's going to make hooking up implements a whole lot easier. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to spray some WD-40 on our PTO stub shaft. That's going to make hooking up implements easier. The next thing, we're going to lubricate our stabilizers. Stabilizers have to be tightened to keep the implement from shaking around on the back of the tractor. And so we're going to lubricate those so they can be easily adjusted. Next, we're going to lubricate our 3-point level adjustment. We're going to give it a thorough lubrication with WD-40, and that'll allow us to level our implements out with no problem. Next thing we want to do is lubricate our top link. Make sure everything works on it, including the jam nut, freely. Next thing we're going to do, your seat slides in and out. But if you don't lubricate it, if it stays dry for a couple of years, it can be really tough to adjust for people that are a different height than you. So we're going to pull our seat forward and we're going to lubricate the seat sliding mechanism. And the last thing we're going to lubricate is our loader quick attach. The arms that go up and down to let attachments on and off of our front end loader. Now these final items are things I've just kind of learned, and I think they'll help you out, and it's something you may not even think about. First thing I learned when I was a car enthusiast as a kid, I'm going to put a liberal amount of grease on my battery terminals. And that keeps corrosion from happening on those battery terminals. It'll keep you from growing a big white ugly garden on top of them. The next couple of things we're going to do are kind of unique. I'm going to find and notate in multiple places the serial number on my tractor and the serial number on my loader. Tractor theft is a major problem, and if your tractor is stolen, the quicker you can get to that serial number to report it, the better. And right here is the serial number on this tractor, and we're going to notate that. I'm going to put it, if it's my tractor, in my phone under an entry called tractor, the serial number from the tractor and the loader in my phone, so I always have it with me. The next thing I'm going to do, Chuck was wise. When he got the tractor, he got the salesman's card, and he's got that with the owner's manual in his house. But he also wants to keep that with him on the tractor. I'm probably going to enter it in my phone, the salesman's cell phone number, and then Chuck has laminated a card with a lot of information. It's got the dealer's address, it's got the salesman's cell phone number, it has the tractor serial number, loader serial number, and the warranty end date, all on a laminated card in the tractor toolbox. And so if he's out brush hogging and the tractor dies, he's at least got a cell phone number he can call. I would also recommend getting the service manager's cell phone number if you possibly can, and keeping that on the tractor. Now, if you don't have a laminator, take a paint pencil and mark it underneath the lid on your toolbox, and it's always with you. And finally, we're going to go to our computer, and if we use Outlook or whatever tickler we use to remind us of upcoming events, we're going to go forward a couple of years. Most tractors have a 2-year warranty that covers almost everything except wear items, and we're going to go forward 1 year and 10 months, and note that date, that the warranty expiration date is coming up. And if there's anything wrong with our tractor at that time, we know because of the tickler that pops up on Outlook or whatever program we use that it's time to call the dealer and tell him, I've got a problem you need to fix before the end of my warranty. Most tractors have an extended warranty, a powertrain warranty, and it could be 4, 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it is. We're going to go that far forward on our program and put that end date in there. And then again, Chuck has put that on the laminated card, so he always knows when his warranty expiration date is. Hey, I survive on web traffic. I'd be honored if you'd share this video with other tractor enthusiasts, and like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And hey, if you got questions or comments, put them below. I'll try to answer them. Hey, thanks for watching.